Right.
Rick, I don't blame you for being angry. There's so many things that I kept from
Delilah, please, let me just talk.
No, let me finish. I should have told you from the very beginning how much money I lost. But instead, I told a lie. And I'm sorry. And then I told another lie. But I had nothing to do with this fire. I swear to you.
I know that, sweetheart. That's why I'm here asking for forgiveness.
But you didn't do anything.
I almost let a whole lot of circumstantial evidence blind me to what I knew all along. That my wife could never have been connected to that fire.
I've been praying that I could prove to you that I was innocent.
You are innocent, and somehow we're going to find a way to prove it.
I've been just walking around this place looking at it, feeling so depressed and hopeless.
I know how much the factory meant to you.
Yeah, now look at it. I picked up this piece of finished fabric and, I mean, it just ripped apart in my fingers practically.
Well, then you'll just have to buy some more. And some French fabric and some Japanese and some Italian and some brand new machines to turn them into the best fashions in the country.
It's going to take a small fortune. I don't think that. Look at this place. It's ashes.
You still got your dream. And you still have me. The rest is gravy.
I wish I could believe that.
You've got to, baby. This factory started out as a way of bringing us closer together. We're not going to give up on it now. We're going to work together, and we're going to build it together. Designs by Delilah, Unlimited.
I love you.
But you're on spring vacation. Don't you want to go outside and play with your new bat and ball?
I don't feel like playing. Neither do I.
Listen, I know you're worried about your mother, but everything is going to be all right.
Then why can't we see her?
Patience, cowboy. You'll be seeing your mom before you know it. Come on, mount up here.
How is she? Have you been to the hospital?
No, not yet, but I talked to the nurse, and she says that your mother is sleeping comfortably.
She's been sleeping, but is she going to be all right?
Well, you bet your boots she's going to be all right. She's better today than she was yesterday. And she's going to be better tomorrow than she is today.
And she can come home?
Well, let's put it this way, Joey. As soon as your mother gets her strength back and the doctors say it's okay, your mom will be back to being her old self again.
Then we can all be together.
Right, Kevin. We'll be a real family.
Look, I've got a great idea. Since we can't see your mother right now, why don't we write her a letter?
Oh, good idea. Good idea. Then I can play mailman on my way over to the hospital, huh?
Okay, and I could write to her and say to come home real quick. Right? To me, you, Dad, and Jessica.
You got it.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, guys.
Yeah, look, Mac, I can say you owe me one, but I'm too much of a gentleman to put it that way.
That's right. We are looking for extra surveillance on a very sensitive case, and Mr. Russell thought you'd be extremely helpful.
Well, I knew you'd see it my way. Yeah, we'll start the surveillance tomorrow. Get back to you with the particulars. Bye.
Won't you please reconsider? Look, we really need your help on this, okay? But...
Give me the phone. Hello, Eddie? Yeah, it's John. What my assistant's trying to tell you is we'll forget the split fee on the Cranford divorce case if you just play along with this one. Deal. All right. I'll call you with the details.
I could have handled that. Eventually. Okay. I know, I do have a lot to learn. You are pretty good at this stuff.
Well, thanks. But listen, I don't want to keep you.
What do you mean?
Well, your lunch date with Steve. I don't want you to be late.
Are you trying to get rid of me?
No, far from it. I just don't want to come between you and a good time. I thought I'd seen it all in this racket. The good, the bad, the deadly. That was the Horton case in a nutshell. Old man Horton was good enough to leave 1 million clams in his will. His second wife, Audrey, was bad enough to kill him for it. And his daughter, Jade, well, she was deadly enough to collect it. Of course, I didn't know what a killer she really was. For that day, her perfume crept under my door like an engraved invitation. The first thing I saw were the shoes, what the boys on 7th Avenue call stilettos. I got a nosebleed just staring at them. Then I looked higher and higher. It kept getting better and better.
Are you as good as they say?
That depends. Are you as good as you look?
I like a man with a sense of humor.
It's a coincidence. I like a woman with one. Or without one.
My name's Jade.
Sounds expensive.
Everybody's got a price, honey.
My friends call me Mister.
Okay, mister. Rex Dancer. What kind of name is that, anyway?
Well, my father wanted a German Shepherd. My mother wanted Fred Astaire. What can I tell you?
Do you know what I want, Mr. Dancer?
Let me guess. Is it crisp and green and comes in amounts of 1 million?
My father was a generous man. Too generous. My stepmother tricked him into giving her everything.
It's called marriage, honey.
I call it murder.
Like I said.
She killed him with a dull steak knife and made it look like suicide. I wanted to fry.
And if you end up with 1 million clams, so be it, huh?
You got me all wrong. I'm out for justice.
For me, I'm just like the rest of the poor slobs in this town. I'm out for all I can get.
I'll pay you whatever you want. Just get the goods on my mother and send her to Alcatraz.
But why not summer camp? Cheaper and a lot closer.
You turning down my offer?
Nope. Just negotiating.
Let's lay all our cards on the table, Mr. Dancer.
After you, babe.
It isn't revenge I want. And it isn't the money either.
My turn. I'm not looking for any new clients.
Then what are you looking for?
Trouble. You know how you spell that? J-A-D-E.
Oh, Rex, what took you so long?
What's the rush, honey? You and me, we got nothing but time. The time, Cassie. Cassie,
Oh, what?
you don't want to be late for your lunch date with Steve, do you? It's time.
I have to notify the authorities in Argentina and tell them you're here.
I didn't have anything to do with that coca operation down there.
Just like you had nothing to do with the fire in Delilah Buchanan's factory. Well, that's right. You already answered that question.
Right. So that's it.
Still, something troubles me. Delilah says you were planning on investing in her company. Kind of a strange place for a cowboy to put his money.
You know,
Don't you think?
my brother was asking me that exact same question. I don't know where you people get your crazy ideas.
So, Delilah Buchanan's lying.
No.
Well, which is it, Mr. Holden? Are you in or out?
Look, I'll level with you, but you got to promise not to tell the lady. I don't want to hurt her feelings.
No promises. Talk.
All right, I was going to put money in her company, but now I may not come through on the offer.
Sounds like you're playing games with the lady.
I didn't want to disappoint her. She was real desperate for cash, and I just went along with her.
So Delilah Buchanan is telling the truth. As far as the truth you want to give her.
I'm not a liar, if that's what you mean.
You said it. I didn't. Mr. Holden, don't make any travel plans. We'll be in touch.
And just what do you find so funny?
Since I'm dead, they have no one to pin the cocaine operation on.
But now, thanks to Enrico, they've got you. And I hope you heard what I told that cop. I'm gonna clear myself once I get that confession from you. Well, first things first, sports fan. You'd better go and find those diamonds or you'll find yourself in jail. And poor old Tina will be dead. For real.
Why don't you hand that over and let a real typist type it for you?
Oh, no, I wouldn't want you to damage your fingernails. What would Steve say?
For your information, I broke my lunch date with Steve because there's too much work to do around here, and it's obvious you need all the help you can get.
Well, don't give up your quiche and salad for me. I'll manage just fine.
My lunch hour, and I'll do what I want with it.
You know, I would never forgive myself if you blew this chance for romance. Now, why don't you go on and get out of here?
John, will you please stop this?
Stop what? I'm just being a kind, considerate boss.
You're being a royal pain, and I can't handle these games anymore either. Why don't you open up for once and talk about what's happening between us?
Nothing is happening between us. I am the boss. You are the assistant. If you don't want to go to lunch, I will.
If nothing else, I thought you were honest. Look, I am willing to talk about my feelings for you. Why can't you do the same?
My feelings for you are strictly professional.
Bull.
All right, Miss Callison. When I first took you on, against my better judgment, I might say, we decided that there would be nothing but work here, and not to indulge ourselves in sensitivity training.
Things change. People change, John, and honest people can talk about it.
All right, you want honest?
Yeah.
I'll give you honest. My honest assessment of this is that you can't handle it around here. You don't have the hide or the discipline.
What are you saying? Are you firing me?
What I'm saying is that if you want to work around here, you keep your feelings to yourself.
And what if I can't do that? You know what? Never mind. Don't even answer it for me. You don't have to fire me. I quit.
Cassie, wait a minute. For Pete's sake, you're not fired.
Hey, Mike, you still awake? Max, what are you doing in here?
Oh, I was just... we were...
You two know each other?
Well, no, not exactly. See, Steve,
Man,
I was
like Grand Central with all the people running in and out of here.
Well,
No
what kind
wonder
of-
I can't get any work done.
What kind of people, Mike?
Well, the cops were here just a couple of minutes ago asking him a bunch of questions.
Oh, really?
It's a big mistake. Somehow they got this idea I know all this stuff about Delilah's factory being on fire.
You'd think they could ask their questions downtown. I'm trying to keep my job.
Your job is safe, Mike. But listen, as long as I found my brother, I've got something to tell him. Excuse us?
Sure. You find something out?
Not yet, but I don't think you've seen the last of the Landview police.
Meaning what?
Meaning that I think I've found out where that potted plant went.
The one with the diamonds?
You got it. Only getting to it might just end you up in Statesville.
Stop it! Let go of me!
I thought your mother was impossible, but you...
Let's not make any comparisons to my mother here.
Okay, your mother aside, Cassie. You and I agreed to have a professional level here, okay? And you can't do that.
Because you're hiding behind professionalism, John. And I can't take it. We have to deal with this.
Okay, then what's the bottom line, huh? What's your proposal?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Oh, that's great. Well, then what do you think you're pushing for?
I'm pushing for honesty.
Wrong, wrong. What you want is action. Now, what do you want me to do? Throw you down on the floor and make love to you and to hell with your mother, huh? Huh? Is that what you want? Oh, that's beautiful. That's just beautiful. Go ahead and cry.
Will you shut up, John Russell?
Constructive female tears are.
This is the level of frustration you've driven me to. It's cry or kill you.
Well, then let me tell you something. You're nothing but a selfish, insensitive little brat. We probably all would have been better off if you would have stayed in Europe.
Come on in here, Max.
I thought you said all the plans were here in the hotel.
Well, they are, all except for one. See, I started to... Mike? Don't you have something you could do in the other room for a while?
Yeah, sure, Mr. Holden, no problem.
You see, I've been poking around at the plants here at the hotel, and just when I'd realized that you were making a complete jackass out of me, I remembered that Pamela asked me to take one of them over to Pete O'Neill's.
Pete O'Neill? Isn't he the new...
Yeah, the police commissioner, but until his new office is ready, he's been hanging out at the police headquarters.
You mean my diamonds are hiding in a cop's office?
Yeah, you got it. And you got yourself a real problem, buddy. See you later.
Oh! What's so damn funny about that?
You heard it, it's obvious.
What's obvious is you'll never see Tina alive until you make that heist at police headquarters.
You still get so bad. Now, look. I'll just waltz on over to Pete O'Neill's and tell him, hey, your plan's sick. I got to take it over to the hospital.
Being so
Look! I want proof that Tina's alive. Now, if you can make a phone call to Sabre, you make that phone call right now so I can hear her voice.
Forget it. Nothing goes down with Tina until I have those stones in my hand.
The cops here are already on my case because of the Argentinian police.
I don't care about your problems, Holden. You just make sure your straight arrow brother gets down to those headquarters and digs up those stones.
Oh, right. I might as well have... Come on, I'm cool. Just getting out the frustration, you creep.
You can call me anything you want. You just make sure you get those diamonds. Otherwise, I'm splitting Landview and you'll never know where Tina is. Done.
Yeah? Everybody's fine. Except for Maria. She's back in the hospital because of her gunshot wound.
Maria.
What's wrong?
Don't go yet.
I'm not about to leave, honey. Not with that look on your face.
Maria hadn't really crossed my mind till you mentioned her just now, but I got like a chill and flashes of a confrontation of some kind with her.
Confrontation with Maria?
Yes, very angry words. In a room. I don't recognize it.
Who are you talking about?
We were talking about Alice and Perkins and Jessica, the kidnapping.
Well, honey, it wasn't too long after the kidnapping that Alice and Perkins got in the accident.
No.
Maria witnessed...
No, we weren't talking about the accident. We were talking about Jessica.
Are you sure you didn't just dream this, and that's why you can't put it together?
No, I don't think it was a dream. I don't have the sense that it was a dream. I just can't remember it.
Honey.
Dr. Taylor said that it was going to take time for me to get everything back, but this is important. I want this back.
It'll come to you when you're ready for it. Okay? Now you get some rest, and I'll get home and tell those little cowboys all about you. They're chomping at the bit to hear about you.
Thank you, sweetheart.
You know, I don't know about your dreams, but I sure prayed for this one. Bye.
Yes, Mrs. Buchanan?
Is Maria Roberts a patient up here?
Yes.
Is she up and about? I mean...
Yes, she'll be discharged soon.
Oh, I wonder if you could do me a favor. Would you mind just telling her that I'd like to see her for a minute?
Sure.
Thank you.
What now,
Steve,
Max?
I hate to keep interrupting your work, but you can't leave me hanging like this. You gotta go get those diamonds. Hey, look, I'd go do it myself, except the police are on me. What am I gonna do? I can't do it. You can make it happen.
Oh, yeah, and say, pardon me while I root around in here for some hot stones.
No, of course not. What? I know. You tell them Pamela sent you over there to take care of the plant. You won't feed it, clean it, whatever you do with those things.
Yeah, and somehow managed to get the diamonds in my pocket before anybody notices.
That's it.
And if they notice, right, forget it.
Steve, wait a minute. I'll never, I swear, I'll never ask another favor again as long as you live.
Oh!
If there's a chance that Tina, forget you ever heard that, babe, all right? But yes, there is a connection between the diamonds and the possibility that, as ridiculous as it sounds, Stevie, come on. I'd do this myself if I could, but there's no way. I'd arouse too much suspicion. Any way I could.
Damn it, Max, you always win, don't you?
I try.
All right, I'll do it. I'm not promising any success, and one thing, If I get caught, you will be there to bail me out with a great story and a lot of money.
You get caught, we're talking brand new Major League ball game, all right? But you're gonna be okay. Come on, Stevie. Oh, could you hurry?
Hurry? Sounds like another favor to me, Max.
Putting all the blame on me.
Oh, come on, Cassie. We already admitted we had chemistry.
That's right, had. Before I started hating you.
If you hated me, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
Or if you hated me.
Exactly. And I was doing so well at just ignoring this thing like it wasn't even going to go on anymore.
What would have happened if I stayed in Europe, John? Then what would have happened between you and my mom?
I don't know.
Would she have gotten the real ring and the real thing?
I don't know, Cassie. I don't know.
I think that substitutes as a no. Because you can't make a commitment. You would have broken her heart either way.
Maybe. And maybe not. But I won't get the chance to find out, will I? Because you were so determined to get your feelings out in the open, where they'd explode in 3 different faces. Maybe we wouldn't have lost control if you hadn't.
You don't think that Mom isn't going to see the strain? You don't know her at all. Listen, John, when she gets back tonight, the first thing she's going to do is look for telltale signs.
Tonight?
Yeah.
I'll get it.
So much for discussing the issue, huh?
File something, will you? John Russell. Yeah.
No suspects, huh?
No suspects, no eyewitnesses, just a very strange burglary.
Well, maybe our victim isn't telling the whole truth about what was taken.
Could be that, too. Yeah. Oh, sure. Steve Holden.
Hi there, Rafe. Detective Moore?
Steve, what's up?
Well, you're not going to believe this, but Pamela Buchanan asked me to stop over and check on Mr. O'Neill's plant.
Oh, I thought you were in charge of the renovation at the Vernon Inn.
Well, so did I, but she couldn't do this herself, so here I am. I got my tools and my moisture thermometer and my plant sticks, and you guys mind?
Knock yourself out.
Thanks. Sorry, I'll be out of your way in just a minute.
If you don't mind, while you're here, we'd like to ask you a few questions about your brother.
Well, I'm sure that he was not involved with that cocaine operation down in Buenos Aires.
Well, actually, we're more interested in his partnership with my wife.
He doesn't have a partnership with your wife.
Well, that's funny. Max told us he has.
Well, I guess he doesn't tell me everything.
How about his trip to Atlantic City?
He had fun. That's all he told me.
Well, he didn't tell you that he ran into Delilah there?
Yeah. Yeah, come to think of it, I guess he did mention that. That's all I know.
Do you think it's kind of flaky that your brother wants to invest in women's fashions?
Well, my brother's been a little flaky since he was born. Nothing surprises me, guys. Why all these questions?
Because we're stuck for answers.
Well, sorry I can't help you. As far as Max goes, he and I go our separate ways, you know. He has never really done anything illegal, I don't think. Just kind of crazy sometimes.
Right, yeah.
Well, I'm all done. You, is that it?
Yeah. You were a big help.
At least to the plant.
My whole reason for being here. Thanks, guys. See you later.
Yeah.
Where were we?
That burglary where the only thing stolen was dog food.
Maria?
You're awake.
Yes.
Welcome back, Vicky.
Thank you. Come in, please. Shut the door. What happened to your wound?
Oh, I just pulled a few stitches, that's all. But you, my God. Your being alive is practically a miracle, isn't it?
Close, or so they tell me, yes. Are you aware that part of my recovery involves getting my memory back?
Well, everybody assumed that you would.
Does that worry you at all?
Well, I'm not sure I know what you mean.
I remember a very angry confrontation we had shortly before I lost my memory. It had something to do with Allison Perkins, didn't it?
Something to do with Alice?
Yes.
Well, you do remember that poor Allison got hit by a car.
No. No. We had this conversation in Allison's room at the Waterside Inn, right?
Vicky, why are you asking me that question? I thought you said you had your memory back.
Well, I do, but not everything has come back yet.
I see.
But it will eventually, Maria. Now, the conversation had something to do with my daughter's kidnapping.
I can't imagine what that would be.
Oh, Maria, for heaven's sakes, will you stop this? Why don't you just tell me about it before it does come back?
Vicky, I don't know what it is that you expect to hear.
I think, something very unpleasant. I'm quite sure about that. But whatever it is, I think possibly it can be dealt with here in this room. So why don't you just tell me what it is?
I'm afraid I just don't know what you could be talking about. Vicky, could it be something that you dreamed?
No, I didn't dream it, Maria. Just as I didn't dream your testimony at the custody hearing. You created this totally fictional conversation between us.
I didn't create anything. It's possible that I may have misunderstood.
No, Maria, you made it up. Come on now, just stop this, all right? It's over. You know, Clint and I have reconciled. So you can at least admit to me that you've been pursuing him, that you've been somewhat obsessed with winning my husband.
Well, yes, you know that he should have been mine when I was 16.
Oh, Maria, don't you realize how many years ago that was, how many lifetimes ago? For heaven's sakes, you are a beautiful, intelligent, obviously clever woman. Can't you look to the future?
That's so easy for you to say, isn't it, Vicky? You have the perfect home and the perfect husband and the perfect bank account. Vicky, I know that Clint loves you very much. I couldn't help the way I felt for him.
Well, I hope you understand that that is over with now. Clint and I are going to straighten out our lives, and we're going to go on together.
Yes, I'm sure you will. If you don't finally drive him away. Hello, Tom. I was just leaving. Well, it was nice talking to you again, Vicky, and I'm very happy about your recovery. You're a very lucky lady. For a while there, it was very touch and go. Bye.
You all right?
Tom, I don't trust Maria Roberts. I don't believe her.
What happened? These are yours.
These are big diamonds.
Good, you'll need them. You owe me for a plant stick, a water thermometer, and a trowel.
Hey, I knew you'd come through for me, but I owe you for more than that.
Well, I just hope it leads to Tina.
Hey,
Even...
forget you heard that, all right? I'll let you know, though.
Do you think I could possibly get back to work rebuilding this hotel now?
Sure. Hey, thanks again, Steve. Hey, you're a great brother.
Yeah.
I figured this Max Holden. I mean, maybe he's a sucker for beautiful women. You know, he fell for Tina Roberts, and he takes her to Buenos Aires with him, you know, and then he meets Delilah in Atlantic City. Ends up investing in her company. Now tell me, why would he want to torch a company that he just sunk his money into?
It makes no sense with the available information, Rafe. But if we don't have the whole picture...
Exactly, and if cocaine is part of that picture...
Well, we'll just have to keep an eye on him and wait to hear what Inspector Ramos has to say when we hear from him down in Buenos Aires.
Wheaton, Andy, Rafe, forensic report on the Bleecker homicide.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, did you guys hear the scuttlebutt?
No.
That the decision about captain has been made?
Well, who is it?
Well, all we're saying is that the choice is going to be a surprise to everyone.
Yeah, right. I got it. I'll get back to you tomorrow morning latest, huh? Yeah, fine, you too. Cassie, look, I'm sorry
About what?
for saying that you were insensitive and selfish and a brat.
Never mind. I'm sitting here beginning to think that maybe it's true because I am incapable of allowing the three of us a natural course of events. I want to deal with this issue now because I can't stand living like this, and never mind what you and Mom want.
It's clear what your mother wants. She wants me as her lover and you as her daughter. It's the two of us with the problem.
Maybe then it's time for another trip for me to go visit David and Jenny, and you and Mom can work out your relationship one way or the other.
Now, Cassie, I don't want you to go to Europe. But damn it, I just can't take a baseball bat to Dorian's heart either and just pick up with you. I mean, there'd be too much pain and guilt. I'm not so sure that I'm worth ruining your relationship with your mother with.
I know! I know! So what are you going to do when she gets back, John? Just move back in with her?
No, your dad's taking a new suite at the Vernon Inn. Judith will probably stay with him, not in the loft.
So then you'll be spending time there.
Yeah. Oh, damn, we got World War III here no matter what.
That's what I have been trying to tell you. We can't avoid this anymore, John. If you want to move back in with Mom, then I'll find a place of my own.
Okay, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm sorry to keep telling you that, but it's the truth. This thing is just too damn complicated for easy answers.
John, I love my mother very much. But none of this would be happening if you two were really meant for each other. No one takes away someone else's lover.
I know.
I hate myself for this. I hate the way I feel. But I really don't think that going away is the answer. Unless that's what you really want.
No, Cassie,
Yeah, whatever. I'll tell you what's bothering me the most. It kills me to think of you sleeping with my mother again.
Yeah, but I don't recall you saying anything about having had an argument with Maria at that time.
Could that have been maybe what I so desperately wanted to tell you up at the cabin?
I mean, before Clint arrived, just before your attack?
Yes.
Well, I recall we discussed Allison and Jessica's kidnapping. I suppose it's possible that Maria has some information about that.
Something that she didn't tell me, maybe, and that I figured out for myself. And maybe even she had proof that Nicky Smith wasn't involved. That's certainly something she would want to keep to herself, because that's what Clint and I were battling about.
I think she's capable of that. Wouldn't have said that a year ago, but she just doesn't seem to want to let go of Clint, does she?
No, she seems to think that she has a right to him. Just because she didn't get what she wanted when she was 16. For heaven's sakes, Tom, who does?
How true that is. Vicky, I don't want to get you upset about all this sort of thing. I don't think it comes under the heading of getting rest.
Well, you're right, it doesn't. It's very tiring, but I can't push it away, Tom. It has a feeling to me of enormous importance, of urgency.
You can't force things from your subconscious. You just have to wait and let them come forward on their own. And now that you and Clint are back together, he can help you with that.
Oh, Tom.
All right.
No, it's not all right. I'm truly sorry.
Well, even when you're just a little bit older than 16, you don't always get what you want out of life, do you?
I don't think you would have gotten as involved with me if I hadn't encouraged it, though.
Wrong. was falling in love with you before there was any encouragement at all. I might have tried a little harder. I might have taken a little bit longer, but nothing could have stopped that. But my problem, Vicky, not yours.
I don't believe you.
You know, trying to see my brother Joe and me was no sin. In fact, from what I've heard about him, I take it as a compliment. Well, I'll survive. And then someday soon, we'll be comfortable relatives. I will be your brother-in-law.
You are truly wonderful.
Come on, get some rest. I'll try and find out what I can from Maria, with or without her help.
Tom, I don't really think you should get involved with my problems again.
Now, please, I was involved at the outset, and I'm as anxious to get answers to this as you are. Okay? Now, you get some rest.
Thank you.
Don't mention it, huh?
Look, Cassie, when your mother gets home, when I see her, I'll know better how I feel about all this.
You're that unsure of your feelings?
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
We're both really wrung out here. Look, I think we should just get back to work.
That's a good idea.
Will you please do me a favor? Will you keep training me as an equal instead of treating me like a gopher?
Yes, ma'am. Consider it done. Why don't you make some coffee? I'll get this.
Great.
Hello. Yeah. All right, listen, I'll be right there. Just stay cool.
What's going on?
Oh, it's a case you don't know anything about. I'll be right back.
Tell me about it. I'll come with you.
Cassie, you just stay in the damn office, please.
My boys. My darlings. Oh,
Hey, now, what'd I tell you? Don't be so rambunctious.
oh, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Oh, gosh, I've missed you two so much.
Boy, Mom, it's been a long time.
Yeah, it has. It's been far, far too long. But you
We're
both look fine.
We're happy that you're okay now.
I'm almost okay. I just need a little time to recover now, that's all.
And then we can all be together again?
You bet. We can all be together again. Daddy and I are going to make certain of that.
And no divorce?
No divorce, ever, ever.
This is better than Christmas.
Now, what'd I tell you, fellas, huh? What'd I tell you? Everything was gonna be okay, huh?
Yeah, but it was scary while it lasted.
Well, it's all over now, so you can just lighten up.
Tell me about Jessica.
Well, she smiles a lot. Me and Joe can make her smile real easy now.
Can you now? It's a wonderful time with Jessica now, isn't it? She's at an age where she responds to things. Well, we're going to have so much fun when I get home.
But right now, you fellas have to leave.
No.
Yes.
Oh, we just got here.
What'd I tell you? What'd I tell you? Coming here in the first place is against the rules. Larry said you got 2 minutes.
Come on.
Come on.
All right, I tell you what. Better do as Daddy says. I'll call you tonight before you go to bed, okay? Oh, do me a favor, both of you. You give Jessica a big special hug.
She doesn't like hugs.
She doesn't like hugs? You better make her smile for me.
Yeah, she likes that.
Oh, thank you for coming to see me. I love you so. I love you. Bye, Angel.
Be out in a minute. I'll see you again tonight. If you feel up to it, I'll call first.
I'll feel up to it. Thank you so much for bringing the children. Oh, God, I love you.
I love you more. You know why, don't you?
Because you're bigger than me.
Saw your mummy before, and it's the best thing ever, isn't it, fellas? Huh? Absolutely. So wonderful. Have her back.
Let's go, fellas, before someone notices that you're too young to be here.
Sure.
Come on.
Bye,
long.
now. See ya.
Take care now. Oh, Maria. I was looking for you before. You
Yes.
weren't in your room.
I was in the solarium. Tom, I suppose Vicky's told you of her paranoid feelings toward me.
She's not paranoid, Maria. And we have to have a talk, all right?
Yes, I agree. There's something important that I have to tell you.
Really? Well, in that case, let's go to your room, shall we? A little privacy.
So what happened? Steve went over to police headquarters, pretended Pam's in the fertilizer plants. Did you find the diamonds? Yep. Well, hand them over. Not until I know where Tina is. Don't you double-cross me now. Let me see those stones first and make sure that they're the real thing.
I'd like this conversation to be a quick one, Maria. I'm already late for an appointment with Dorian.
Oh, so you're taking the job with WVLE?
I accepted the job several weeks ago.
But that was before before Vicky and Clint got back together.
And? We'll get to the point, will you?
Tom, I am very concerned about what Vicky has been through.
Oh, really? Well, she's recovering very well.
Oh, not necessarily. Now, I know you've talked to her a few times, so I hope you'll understand what I'm getting at. Tom, she's still not normal. I mean, she's not thinking clearly.
Oh, really? In what way?
I don't think the operation was a complete success. Vicky is thinking in a very warped way.
What the hell are you talking?
I'm saying that she's delusional. I mean, she does remember some things, but some things she's making up, and she believes them.
Like you're not really a friend of hers, something like that? Huh?
Hey, Court, Mom's going to be home and she's 8.
Oh, you're kidding me.
There's not going to be any divorce.
Well, that's great news, fellas. That's just great. And while we're on the subject of great news, I have got some myself. Me and Kate, we're going to get married.
How about that? You fellas like Kate?
Yeah, we like her a real lot. What about Aunt Tina? I know she's dead, but didn't she just die?
Yeah, Kev, well, see, the thing is, when Aunt Tina was still with us, she and old Cora weren't getting along too well. In fact, we were headed toward divorce. Well, she's gone right now, and there's nothing really I can do about that.
It's one of those things that when you're older...
Well, understand.
Right. Why don't you go tell Kim about your visit with Mommy?
Okay. See you later, Clint.
Take it easy, guys. Good seeing you again. Oh, great, Clint. A couple of kids think it's too soon after Tina's death for me to go get married. What's everybody else going to think?
Cord, everybody else doesn't know what Tina put you through. Besides, you're not getting married to satisfy everybody else, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Well, look, I came over for a couple of reasons. One, to see how Vicky was doing, and two, to ask you to be best man at my wedding.
Oh, I see. Well, I guess I could handle that. I'd be honored. Are you kidding?
Well, thank you, Clint. That's great.
You pick a date yet?
Well, I think we're going to have to pick, like, 3 dates. One for a ceremony at the Sanders Mansion, 2 for a ceremony in a synagogue, and 3 for a ceremony in a Catholic church for my mom. Come on, let's see them. Yeah, looks like about 600,000 worth to me. Ought to be enough to change your face. Problem is, it won't change what's inside. You'll still be a murdering, drug-dealing creep. Now, where the hell is Tina? What's left of her, you mean? Man, you must be desperate. Saw those falls? No one could possibly survive that. Why, I might be a murdering, drug-dealing creep, But you're a stupid fool, Holden. And there won't be any loss at all to this planet when I finish you off.
Well, yes, you're right. I'm not exactly a friend of hers. Too much has happened. I've watched Clint suffer too much to respect Vicky anymore.
Because Clint decided to continue loving his wife instead of dropping her for you.
Oh, obviously, I can't talk to you about Vicky, even though she's hurt you, too.
Well, unlike you, Maria, I've always had a sense of reality where Vicky